You are not a sensei. You're a con man.
Hey ninjas!
Hiya!
Welcome to the Cobra Kai Corner. Who are we talking about today, Sensei?
One Mr. Terrence Silva.
Yes, a.k.a. Thomas Ian Griffith. You want to hear some stats and stuff about him?
Yeah, that's how we always start the show, so roll out with it.
Alright, well, Thomas Ian Griffith, a.k.a. Terry Silver, was born March 18th, 1962 in Hartford, Connecticut, making him 63 years old. He is 6 feet 5 inches.
I knew he was a tall motherfucker.
He's a tall dude. He's married to Mary Page Keller, who is also an actress and a screenwriter. They have 2 sons named Connor and Eamon. Alright. His father was a college professor and his mother was a dance teacher. Griffith trained as an opera singer in New York City. He attended the College of Holy Cross in Worcester, Massachusetts. While still in school, he was cast in the Broadway show The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Lord.
He moved to L.A. to star in, I did not know this, his first feature film. Guess what it was?
No idea.
Karate Kid 3.
Oh, yeah, I guess
That was his
makes
first
sense.
feature film, though. I never knew that. So, then after that had a successful acting career. Then he segued into writing full-time. And this included developing multiple plots for NBC, Universal, and Warner Brothers TV. All right, so... does he really know martial arts?
That's what I've been asking you.
Well, what do you think?
I thought he did, but maybe not. Maybe he's just a good actor.
Well, he does know martial arts. Listen to this. Besides Taekwondo, he has a black belt in Kempo karate. He is also trained in kickboxing, wrestling, and fencing. And he also has experience in stage combat. He was noted for performing and choreographing his own stunts on the show.
Yeah, good.
All right, so would you like to hear, I got a couple quotes from him?
Sure, let's hear the quotes.
Okay, and this comes from, this is an excerpt from an interview with Vulture. All right, and this is about doing his own stunts.
Vulture.
This is what he said about doing his own stunts. He said, I went on the set the first day. They have a 6'4" stunt guy exactly my size with a white wig, and I'm watching the stunt people do the first pass. I'm the big shot. I'm looking at it going, oh my goodness, I can do this. My kicks are fast, if not faster. So I jump up to show them what I have. They all love it, of course, and I'm stuck doing that for the rest of the season. Believe me, I was sitting in an Epsom salt bath that night going, what the hell have I gotten myself into? But once it's in you, you want to do it.
I'm sure that is true.
All right, and, okay, do you remember on Cobra Kai, Terry Silver has a line where he says... back in the 80s, I was so hopped up on cocaine and revenge.
Yep.
I spent months terrorizing a teenager over a high school karate tournament. It sounds insane just talking about it.
I do remember that.
Okay, well, he spoke about that. He said, I love that Terry Silver was on cocaine in the movie, Karate Kid 3. It was the 80s. Terry was very successful. That was just part of his world. Karate Kid 3 is by no means a great film, but I'm so proud of my work. It's totally ridiculous, this billionaire coming back, like in Cobra Kai. It was ridiculous back then, and it sort of still is. Like, I'm going to stop everything and come back, and my world is going to be consumed with a high school karate tournament in the valley. Terry Silver gets people to admit that there's a little part of them that is Cobra Kai. As human beings, there's a little Cobra Kai in all of us. And that is what I have.
All right, well, gifted martial artist, apparently.
Yeah, I had you fooled when you asked me earlier. I'm like, oh, I was disappointed. I tricked you. It worked.
I originally did think that he was a gifted martial artist.
I
So
did
I
too.
should have just stuck with my instincts,
Yep.
I guess.
Listen to your intuition.
So, let's talk about the character, Terry Silver. Let's see, when does he come in? He comes in because Kreese calls him for help. It's evident that Danielson and Johnny and even Chosen have teamed up, and Kreese knows that he's not going to beat the three of them and their students. So he calls up his old buddy, Terry Silver. They served in Nam together, and Kreese saved his ass from being killed, basically. Saved his ass. And Terry Silver had told him, any time in life, no matter how much, no matter what you need, I'll be there for you. So John Kreese goes to call on him for this favor of rejoining him as a Cobra Kai sensei, and so he can take down the other three guys. Well, at first Terry Silver is resistant because, as Shelley just mentioned in his interview, even he said, I'm a billionaire, why would I?
Right.
But he did.
The thought of it is ridiculous.
And at first, it looked that way. John Kreese goes to some fancy luncheon he's hosting or whatever, and his significant other of sorts is calling him Terrence, and he's got all these stuck-up yuppies there and what have you. And Kreese goes and bothers him, and basically Terry Silver tells him to get lost. And then, Kreese is pretty persistent, as he always is. So Terry gets a fire lit inside of him, and he decides to join John Kreese. Well, Terry has always had this grand vision for Cobra Kai of doing way bigger things than what Kreese has him doing. And because of that, there will be a divide coming. There is a divide coming in seasons ahead from this one that I'm speaking of now. Basically, Terry Silver kind of picks on Johnny a bit. And as we all know, that John Kreese has a soft spot for Johnny. And
that's his weakness.
He kind of chastises and corrects Terry Silver for the things he's doing, and Terry's not happy about it. He's like, I've been obedient and all this and that and the other, and he just keeps getting slapped down because John Kreese don't want him messing with Johnny. So then he hatches this whole idea to beat up Stingray and frame John Kreese for it, which he does. It doesn't work out in the following season because Kreese gets out and he gets arrested. Anyway, Terry Silver, he gets locked up for a little while. Actually, he doesn't get locked up. His lawyers keep him out, and they get him out of trouble, but it cost him almost all of his money.
Mm-hmm.
And so that brings you around to the last season, where he buys the Iron Dragon's dojo and shows up at the Sekai Taikai.
He puts all his money into it. It's super duper nice.
So essentially, Terry Silver's a guy who gets obsessed by things that normal adults would not become obsessed with.
Children.
Yeah, exactly. Like he said, it sounds really ridiculous when you crack it up that he's obsessed over a high school karate tournament.
Yes.
I mean, what can you say?
Who cares?
But, it's Karate Kid, it's Cobra Kai. You just accept certain things. You know what I mean?
It's a show, right?
Basically, Terry Silver reminds me of me if I had money. So it's probably a good thing that maybe that's why God's keeping me poor, so that I can't use my money for power and my power for evil, as I tend to
He
do.
would. No, so why am I poor? Because I'm with you.
Because you're with me, dummy.
Yeah.
I would have advised you against it if I wasn't trying to get with you
People did.
simultaneously.
People did.
Yeah, well, those same people said we'd be together for 3 weeks and, almost 25 years, so not sure that people always know what the hell they're talking about.
This is true.
Anyway, that's the basic character synopsis on Terry Silver. Hey, I didn't really digress very much.
What? We had an episode where
I pretty much stayed on top of the whole Terry Silver thing.
I'm proud of you.
But yeah, that's his character in a nutshell. He's a bad dude with an evil mind and money to back it. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what do you want out of a villain? What do you want out of a villain?
Kids.
Right. I think one of my favorite parts, though, he burnt down Mike Barnes' furniture store. I don't know, maybe I should have made mention of that. But
yeah, that's kind of an important...
Well, I mean, it's important to the series, but it's not necessarily important to Terry Silver, which is what the show is about today. But,
well, it shows what an a-hole he is.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts of the entire series is after Danielson whips his ass and Johnny and Chosen and Mike Barnes show up in the limo, and he's got that Rembrandt in the back. He's like, yeah, that should be enough to pay for a furniture store.
The painting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, good for you, Michael. You got your furniture store back.
Yeah.
At
Isn't he next?
At the expense of the guy that burn it down.
Right. Karma.
Yes, next show will be a combo show of Mike fucking Barnes. And Chosen Taguchi.
I thought we were doing Chosen with the lady.
Oh, that's right.
Digress.
I will digress. We're gonna find somebody to throw in with Mike Barnes. Hey, you know what? He liked Kenny an awful lot. Maybe we'll pair those two up.
Okay.
We'll figure it out, but definitely Mike Barnes and Chosen.
Or Dimitri.
Definitely Mike Barnes and Chosen are coming in the next 2 episodes so that we can at least know we got all the senseis in this damn thing covered. Oh, Sensei Wolf as well. I'm not going to be Finnegan on that shit. We're going to throw Sensei Wolf in there too, so all the damn senseis. Yeah, we're not doing a show on the old man in Korea. I don't know what I got nothing to say.
With the little ribbon?
Right.
The lady's dad?
Her grandpa, yeah.
Grandfather.
Yeah, we're not going to do a show on him. We'll talk about him a little bit when we do his granddaughter's show.
Yeah.
And that's about it. So, for this week, that's all I have. And this is Sensei Daniel saying, Hiya!
And this is Grasshopper Shelley saying, please like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. And until next time, hiya!
Hiya!
Hiya!